Seventh graders. So our next concept that we're going to learn about is something called symmetry. Now, in sixth grade, we talked about symmetry being something that is the same on one side as it is on the other, with a line in between, which is called the reflection line or line of symmetry. In seventh grade, we talk about rotational symmetry or radial symmetry. So if you look at this picture I have on my phone here, okay, I've got this fancy wheel on a car. This is a great example of rotational symmetry. In other words, something that is the same going around a center spot. And this is called the axis or axle if it's on a bike, a car, or a skateboard or something like that, okay? So this wheel is exactly the same going around in a circle. And that center point is where the symmetry starts. So to do this, okay, in this case, you actually have 4 lines of symmetry going around a center point, which is right there. So you are going to try and draw the rest of the image. You can use the dots. They are there to help you. You want to try and make this exactly the same as the original spot we started with, which is right here. The dots are there for reference points. They help you a lot. So I have one thing finished there. Now I have to look at what else I'm going to need to do. So I know that this corner right here is the same as this corner right here. And I got to figure out what dot that line has to go to. I can see that it's 2 dots over. Okay, so that's right there. So I know that this goes to there, and then it's going to flip over to here. So I'm going to go straight down like that. And I have the first part of my symmetrical image. Now I'm going to look at this line. There's the corner there. Here's the matching corner. So I'm going to try and figure out where that needs to go in relationship to this line right here. So 1, 2. So that matching corner is going to be right there. And then I have to look at this part. So I can see that it goes to this dot right here. Now that is 1, 2 over from this side, and it's in this row. So it's going to go right to there. 1, 2. So, and then my last line, well, that's only 1 row over, okay? So I'm going to go to right about here with that one. And now that I have that image, it's going to be easy for me to turn my paper and figure out the rest of these things. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 1, 2. So I know it's in this row. It's over 2 here and down 2 here. That's right there. So this line has to go to there. Okay. And then I'm actually going to look for this line next. You just simply count the dots, figure out where the lines need to go to make the symmetrical image going around the middle. You can see that I'm working both of these spaces at the same time. Okay. You can do it that way. And then my last one, I just have to figure out that spot right there. And there is your image. Okay. Get to put your name on this. And as you go through this packet, some of them are easier than others. You can jump around however much you want. Okay. But again, we are looking at trying to make things exactly the same going around a middle space. See, I just keep working the lines to where they need to go. This page is much, much easier. You simply darken the lines that are part of the image, or they are opposite. That's how you do that. And it continues with these different images using the dots as best as you can. Just remember that they are there to help you figure out where things need to go. See the opposite? Some are harder than others. So that point right there is the same as that point right there. And if I look at this, I've got this one right here to deal with next, so I can use the dots to help me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3. So that line needs to go there, and then extend to there. You're going to continue to work these shapes, turning the paper if you need to, until you get to the end. Your two hardest ones are literally the first 2 pages. So if you want to skip these 2 and come back to them and do some of the easier ones to get the concept, you are welcome to do so.